There are hundreds of thousands of properties sitting on real estate web portals, but when a buyer sees a property advertised in print, they know the vendor isn't just testing the market, but is truly committed to selling. In other words, a serious vendor attracts a serious buyer.
Tim Lawless is a research director for RP Data. What they do is analyse real estate statistical information. They look at prices, they look at clearance rates, they also look at how many days on market it takes to sell a property, and they essentially have every transaction across Australia, and they manipulate that data and find out answers to questions that people like to know about real estate, such as, you know, what is the clearance rate at that time, or what the median price is in a suburb.
I caught up with Tim to ask him how vendors should set their selling price and about the unique love affair Australians have with property.
How are you? Very well. It's good to see you. Now, with all this information and knowledge that you've got about property, you must see trends. Do Australians have a love affair with real estate?
Well, a really good statistic is the fact that Australians have about 60% of their wealth tied up in property, much more so than you'll find in other comparable countries like the US or the UK, or even New Zealand for that matter. So investment in property in Australia is a very popular way to, I suppose, build up your investment portfolio, much more so than say, the share market, for example. For the simple reason being that it's fairly straightforward. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to invest in property. It's all about location, and it's all about timing as well, making sure you're buying and selling at appropriate times. Normally, when people actually buy and sell a property, they're holding on to that particular home for at least 7 years.
Right.
So you're finding it is a very long-term investment as opposed to the share market, where you're generally buying and selling in fairly short time frames.
Thank you. Someone thinking of selling a property would have to set a price on what's realistic in the marketplace. How does a seller set their asking price?
Realistic is probably the key word there. Setting a realistic price or a reasonable price is one of the most important aspects of selling a property. Now, the best way to set a reasonable price or a realistic price is to work with a reputable real estate agent. Now, most real estate agents are going to have access to RP data, and they can look at what's sold in the area over time, so you can find comparable sales. In addition to that, they should also be looking at what's currently on the marketplace, because what's available for sale is what, I suppose, prospective buyers will be comparing your property to. So having a look at what's for sale in the marketplace and what has recently sold are the best ways to set your selling price.
So should you allocate some sort of money towards marketing?
The general rule of thumb is that you should allow about 1% of your expected sale price for your overall marketing budget. This is your one opportunity to sell an asset, your principal place of residence. You don't get any capital gains on it, and the higher price you can get for the home through a decent marketing campaign, choosing a reputable agent, and actually making sure you're getting the best possible price for your home is going to maximize your sale dollar.
So the first steps in getting the best price for your home is to research your area. Select the best agent and work with them to set your price. Now you'll have to prepare your home for sale and then commence a marketing campaign.